Checking the sound? I must be checking the sound. Oh, crikey. You thought I was going to be late, didn't you? Well, it says 21:30 on here, which is French time for 8:30 for you. Well, I suppose it does take them a few seconds to get to you. But, crikey, cheek of the
Avec
devil.
Monday, on a par exemple divisé
Well,
par 10 la quantité de mails qu'on envoie.
sound check. I need to work away to stop that happening. Blimey. Well, sometimes they're never happy, are they? No. I thought they were going to get their 13 seats, according to the exit poll. But when it come down to it, they got 4. And then there's a recount. And then they got 5. Well, to be fair to the old Reform Party, they did pretty well. But the thing that really worries me is not the fact that you got a load of right-wing nut jobs in the Reform Party, but the fact that people vote for them. Thousands of people voted for them. What does it say about us as a people? Luckily, more people voted. Well, actually, maybe, yeah, the actual vote share for Labour was about the same as last time. It was just tactical voting. We can thank people like Carol Vorderman for that and their little website. Yeah, did very well indeed, and people voted accordingly to get the Tories out. But you know what I say is, yes, we get the Tories out, but what's going to happen in a few years' time? Is Labour going to be able to rectify the situation, make people's lives better? To be fair to them, they have been fairly clear that it's not going to be an easy ride, no. Well, don't check my mic, have I? There we go, that is there. So check again, just in case. What's going to happen if... Oh, it's... I don't want to talk to myself again. Crikey, I'm doing enough of that as it is. Well, hopefully Labour can turn things around. Now, I'm not a Labour man myself, okay? I would say I'm more of a greenie, you know. I like things that will want to live, yeah, without how to put it, us killing them off. That's me. But I understand that, you know, people want to make their own lives better and be able to progress. Be able to buy a house, rent a house, have a decent job. Be able to afford their food, not have to go to food banks. I found it absolutely shocking when I first read that nurses were going to food banks. But not only that, the food banks were being set up in the hospitals themselves for the nurses. What does that say about the country? They try to wave that little flag, don't they? Try to tell us all that everything is rosy. Or that's what the Tories been doing. They keep telling you, we've got growth. Growth for what, though? Empty growth. Growth that has no profit in it, or very little. It's not enough tax take. Why are the councils in trouble? Well, they ain't got enough money. Why is that? Because their funds keep being cut. Again and again and again. Well, this has been going on for some time. Now we had the financial crash. Gordon Brown and what have you, he's doing this thing, wasn't he? He went around all the financial centres around the world and said, well, I think you need to do this and we're about to pull ourselves out of this mess that the banking sector got us into. Short mortgages and all that. The one thing you shouldn't do. Well, you're sure he's short anything anyway, really, to be honest. Although Kwasi Kwarteng kind of likes it occasionally, don't he? You know, him and his ugly mate. Crispin Odious. Yeah, Crispin Odious, that's him. Yeah. Well, there was a young girl in a bath with a glass of white wine telling us all, in the film, called The Big Short, explaining what actually happened. It ain't Labour's fault that we had the financial crash. Maybe they could have actually done something regarding grabbing hold of the cajeebas of the flippin' banks. Well, that's why we had banking reform. But Tories, well, they undone that. Allowed the banks to piss up our backs yet again. He thanked Richie Sunak for that, I suppose. Well, I was quite... how to put it? What you know me, what one thing have I been going on about regarding companies and direct foreign investment in the UK? I keep going on about these asset holding companies that allows people to, from abroad, to open one of these companies up and literally buy land and property, what have you, under the name, within that company. Could be, I don't know, houses or businesses, could be anything. Usually assets, as in physical assets. It's an asset holding company after all. And they can make profits on that and then just take the money out of the UK and pay no tax on it. Well, I was pleasantly surprised when I was hearing a Labour, I can't remember his name now, was it now? It was an old geezer anyway. I can't remember his name. Anyway, he was talking about this. He was talking about asset holding companies. He didn't call them that, but I know what he was on about. And he said that's something we need to do. Huge amounts of monies could be released just by putting tax onto these profits, like anyone else has to pay. Anyone in the UK has to pay the tax on the profits, corporation tax and all that. Why else shouldn't they? Now, I know some would argue, oh, well, they won't invest in the UK. What's the point of their investment if they're just going to take the money out anyway? The asset itself has no value to anyone else. That itself isn't going to accrue any taxation. It's just an asset. It just sits there. It's like money sitting in a bank, not being spent. I had this discussion with somebody in my live stream on the election night. So, they said, increase the taxes on the rich. I actually don't think that's the right way. If it was the only way, I would say, yeah, do it. But, I think getting to spend the flipping money. The problem is when you take the tax take, you see, we want the money to go through the ordinary person before it goes to the actual Chancellor of the Exchequer. So it gets filtered through people. And to do that, we want the people with the money to spend the money, to buy stuff. And they need to be encouraged to let go of some of their money in exchange it for goods instead of just sitting in banks and what have you. Maybe penalise them, maybe tax them if they don't do anything with it. Maybe they could be encouraged to spend the money. Kind of how businesses work, after all, corporations and companies work. You get tax relief if you spend money. Like, for instance, if you buy yourself a truck, if you're a builder, and as long as it's got a 1-ton payload, you can claim the VAT back on it, which I do on several of my vehicles. That's just what you do. It just makes perfect sense. But anyway, who's in the chat? Oh, press the button. Oh, what's that? Do. Hey, Kevin Slims, cheers, buddy. Farage said reform was the official opposition. Voters didn't feel that way. Well, to be fair to Nigel Farage, reform did do very well, unfortunately. And they did get quite a hefty vote share, which was 14% of the vote. Labour got, I've got it written down here, I can show you. That's what I'll do. I'll show you. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Labour got 34% of the vote, Conservatives 24% of the vote, and Reform 14% of the vote. That is pretty darn high. Remember, they were the Brexit party, They haven't been about very long. Which is a bit scary. But no, I'm from the North, I am. Yarmouth voted. They got a Reform flipping MP. He's gonna be useless if it's a he. I haven't looked into it yet. It might be she. The person might be useless. So yeah, and the seat share 63% for Labour. God, it's a landslide. Wipe out. That's what that is. Yeah, and Conservatives 19%, Reform 1%. So they think it's unfair now. And now they're pushing for PR. They want PR, proportional representation. I don't know if I do now. I thought I did. I thought I wanted proportional representation. Oh boy, Gideon. Anyway, let's have a look in the chat, shall we? What we got? Oh, crikey. Let's bring it so I can see it. Oh, there it is. Right, who we got? B. Dallas, we've got a spanner in the works. Hello, spanner in the works. I hope you're well. Hope you have some fun doing the spannering tonight. So, no wait. Good evening, all. Good evening, Marcus. And no worries, enjoy for as long as you can. Susan DeWitt. Oh, don't know if I'll make the whole stream. Oh, no worries. Got a nurse coming tomorrow. Hope you're okay, Susan. Gingers, hello there. Member for 12 months. I suppose all short. Oh. Hi, all. Hot as hell here and humid. Yeah, it's been actually quite a nice day today, actually. Actually, we made a little video in front of your tree. Yeah, was it your tree? No, it wasn't your tree. It was Nico Schmidt's tree. Was it your tree? Can't remember though. Well, anyway, we a little video in front of it today. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, all. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening to you all. Hope you're all well. Oh, hello, Terry Regan, Plymouth activist for justice. Oh, well, tell you what, release them all out of prison. That's what you got to do. Pete Dallas, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Must be yes, Wim, I saw that. I was just about to go live and then it popped in. According to my clock, I was on time for a change. I hate they, says Gingers. Depends. Depends for me. Depends how I feel. If I'm hot, sweaty, and sticky. If I can go all naturist, I'm okay with a couple of masks and tape on my nipples so they don't get burned. I'm absolutely fine. Okay? But otherwise, no. Technical voting works in France as well. Yes, have you heard? Well, they're looking very interesting. Might have a look at that as well. I can't go into too much. I can't say nasty stuff because I might get in trouble, you see. Next time I want to. You're a political activist. Yes, you say nasty things about Marine Le Pen. We're not going to give you a cancer, your all censorship or whatever I'm going for. Yes, as tactical voting is looking quite good, actually. Could be a coalition between lefty Greens and all that, and the crikey, is it the Zomble? Is it the Zomble? Or from Macron's party? Ezra Steinberg, hello there. I long live man in the hat. You've got a hat on today, like every day. I've always got a hat on. I very rarely don't wear a hat. I have got so many hats. Probably too many, actually. Maybe it's a bit of a fetish. I haven't got any wide-brimmed hats with flowers in or fruit. No. Maybe only on Fridays, yes. Good evening. Good evening. I never doubted the French would keep Le Pen in check. Well, I just got a WhatsApp. Yeah, the Deform Party. Okay, it's the Deform Party. So yeah, well, I did actually. I had my doubts. I'm glad they did tactical voting, and it looks pretty good. Maybe Macron's played a bit of a blinder here. I'm hoping, because it wasn't looking too good for Macron. And don't get me wrong, I think Macron. I think he's a good president in many ways, but he is, shall I say it, a little bit arrogant. Yeah. I don't think he can relate to ordinary people, from what I can see. And he says some strange stuff. He was asked by basically in the street by someone that say, I've done all these qualifications, what have you, and I can't get more than 20 hours work. And he said, Macron's response was, well, if I walked over there, just over there, I would get you a shop. I walk into that shop and I will get you a job. Well, it wasn't the job that this guy's done all this training for. Yeah, he said he's done like 3 or 4 years training, or 5. Anyway, he's done training for this particular position, and he can't get enough work. Well, that's not really the response he was asking for, was it? That was a little arrogant, to be honest. And he is very yeah. As a person, I don't think he's great, but I think he's done some. He is. I don't know how I feel about him really. Anyways, I'm not French, so it's not really my place to say, is it? Long live the man in the hat. Please, I wish I could live forever. Yes. Put me in the cylinder. Freeze me in nitrogen or something. and I can pester people forever. Oh, but I have to work, and I'm planning a trip for October. Where you going, gingers? Anything's better than the Tories. That's basically it. So that's what's happened. Is we kind of voted, haven't we? Because just to get. Well, actually, I didn't even get my net. I still have not received my voting papers. Caroline got hers. I ain't got mine. Bastards. Bonjour, Marcus. Bon continuation. Mark goes to Frankfurt. Sorry. Lean and me, and good news in France about the yes, the National Rally or the Rally National losing the election. God, it wasn't looking good for a bit, was it? Because that Bardella geezer, Jordan Bardella, I've got to give him his dues. He's got it sussed. It just wasn't enough. He managed to win the Young vote, basically. Which seems strange for a far-right party, but anyway, there you go. And he managed to win the Young vote using TikTok, pretty much. Massive following on there. If only our politicians could have the sense to do that. Now, we do have a 22-year-old now. Politician. I might just show you. Where is he? I did see him somewhere. Oh, there he is. Yeah, let me just show you this mature 22-year-old. And to be fair to him, the fact that he was serving councillor actually, so he says. But let me show you. There we go. Oh, not that one. I've got to press the right buttons. The missus said. There he is. Yes.
I grew up in quite a deprived rural area in the northeast of England, and
actually,
kind of over that.
Could I just butt in here? Sorry, Mr. 22-year-old, but you look remarkably like a beacon. Sorry, I just say it as I say it. It's I don't know what it is. Is it the shape of his head? Maybe. There you go. Oh, can you remember Dan Dare? Oh, Dan Dare. I used to love the meat guns. What's that about? Comment is like V. Anyway, I like crazy stuff.
Those years saw quite a lot of things declining around me, so high streets in particular and schools. Sixth forms of local schools closing and leaving lots of people having to travel a really long distance to get to schools in the morning. And I never really made the connection to politics for a couple of years after that, when I was in the cohort of students, the first one, whose A-level results were cancelled during the pandemic. And as a result of that, I became a lot more interested in sort of what's going on politically, and I kind of then got involved myself, ran to be a councillor, did that for a couple of years, and have just been elected as a Member of Parliament.
You graduated from Cambridge University. You're clearly a bright guy. A slightly trickier question then. One of the criticisms of MPs is that they are, you know, many of them don't have real world experience. You've touched on some of it there, but at 22, can you really offer real world experience and to bring that to the House of Commons?
Well, I have a lot of experience that older Members of Parliament won't. You know, I've been renting insecure housing in the private sector for quite a while now, and that's an issue facing.
The only thing I would say here, okay, he hasn't got a lot of experience. He's 22, let's be honest. He hasn't got a huge amount of experience. Although he's been a councillor for 2 years, he's done pretty damn well. He really has. So, got to give him his dues. Although he needs to go and see the hairdresser or shave it off. Anyway, he has done really, really, really well. I've got to give him his dues, and after he holds his own as well. But frankly, we need some young blood in government. We really do. How are you going to win the young over unless you got the young in government? I just got another WhatsApp. Yes, looks like Paul. Oh God, what's the name of that film now? It's on with Simon Pegg when they go on a road trip. Oh dear. Oh, can I get that? Can I get that? Oh dear, I can't drag it over. Sorry. Oh, it's just a second. Let me just, yeah, there we are. Oh dear, poor lad. I quite like lad actually. To be fair, I'm just horrible. There he is. Oh dear. Let's carry on.
Not just young people, but people all across the age spectrum. And it's something that I intend to do a lot of work on now that I'm in Parliament. So I always get a little bit frustrated when people mention life experience, because no one has yet been able to explain to me why being older makes you better at the job.
We got more experience, I think that's
They went with Brexit,
What
weren't they?
kind of experience?
well, by definition, over the years, you gain more experiences, don't you?
No, he was quite uncomfortable about that, wasn't he? He didn't really have an answer. I think this young politician, what's his name again? Sam Carling, 22-year-old. I think he's got a point though. End of the day, a lot of old farts. Well, I'm an old fart as well, so yeah. Again, I didn't vote for Brexit. Lots of people, actually, not just elders. Lots of people voted for Brexit. What experience have they got? They clearly ain't got enough.
But what kind of experience, right?
What life
No one's been
experience?
able to. Well, we're going around in a circle there, aren't we?
Oh, no, good for you, Steve. No, good for you batting back. But, you can talk about all the things you just mentioned of renting, jobs, children's services, looking after old people, old elderly relatives, healthcare issues, all the sorts of things that you get over a lifetime. That's the point.
Yeah, I mean, look,
Hang on. We can't get our kids into dentists at the moment, so I don't get that one.
as I said before, I've had a lot of experiences that lots of older MPs won't have had. And I've done quite
Raves.
a lot for my age as well. I mean, I've been a councillor for a couple of years and a cabinet
Or in this
member
case, a
responsible
wedgie.
for about £17 million of public money over the last year. I've been a trustee of a university, and I've done a lot of other things that perhaps wouldn't necessarily be typical for someone of my age.
To be fair to him, I'm actually quite glad he is MP. I actually am. End of the day, we need more young blood. We really do. Otherwise, how the hell are we going to get the youngsters involved? I don't know, they go on gigs, go to festivals and stuff like that whenever there's an election on. So many youngsters don't vote. To be fair, lots of old people vote either. And friends of mine, I also mentioned this before, actually, that didn't vote. They made some stupid excuse. They've never voted, so they made a stupid excuse. Well, we live in France and all sort of stuff. Well, if it doesn't feel right that we vote, that's not why. Because they've told us before they've never voted. So how can they complain and whinge about stuff if they don't vote? At least I tried to vote. I don't know if I'm gonna bother again though after being screwed over by them. But there you go. Maybe I'll change my mind later. You're allowed to change your mind, Brexit? What about Brexit? Oh, can we change our mind? Oh, I think so. Well, let's put it into the chat. And then I'll carry on. Yes, Reform or Deformed Limited. Grift. Yes, they are. Full stop. Why are they allowed in politics? That's the thing that kind of gets me. We need more. They got one majority shareholder. That's just not right. And that is Nigel Farage. They should be electable. Tory leaders, they have to be elected by the membership. But not Reform. You can just say, okay, I am going to be the leader of the Deformed Party. Richard Doyce, you got to step down. Tough tea. Even though you're giving us all that money. So he bailed them out, you see, by £5 million, he did. You need Preparation X for... Preparation X. Look at I keep looking at Twitter. Preparation H for that Tory growth. Oh, you want something? Maybe you want to get lanced at the same time. It's like a flippin' boil. Full of pus. Oh, crikey. I have to see that Dr. Pimple woman on YouTube that squeezes zits and stuff. They're going to get tweezers in there. They pull out and they've got a big lump on it. It's disgusting. But don't do that. Don't go on there and search it, because I'll tell you what, you will get it in your feed constantly, because I did. Yeah. I didn't. Oh, it's nasty. Going on there, question for you. Come the next election, will we have less food banks? Only if people got more disposable income, and only if the food prices come down. Oh my goodness, yeah, I've got a half-naked woman. Oh, blimey, she's got no clothes on. Good job, got the chat window up. Oh, no, that crikey, oh, God, there it is. Oh, oh, God, she's disappeared. No, she's probably going to bed and leave me to it, she is. Well, my daughter's coming tomorrow, okay? And my eldest daughter, Karina, and she works for a charity. A charity that takes care of... I can't remember what it's called now. Oh, blimey, I did know. Anyway, they look after people looking for housing and stuff like that. Mainly men, people living on the streets. But also, they work with... They've got a load of houses, you see. The charity's got a load of houses that have been gifted, legacies, or they've invested in. Anyway, they've got all this property, and they basically put people up so they can get themselves on their feet. They work a lot with refugees as well, asylum seekers. And I couldn't believe it when she told me there's a massive camp in Thetford run by the Breckland Council. And I've looked for it online. I don't know if anyone knows about this, but I've looked online for it. So I can find some pictures about it and stuff like that. There's nothing online at all. But my daughter, Karina, she says, I've been there. I don't exist. I've been there. She works for the people. This Dora. Oh, my little Pandora dog, she wants a treat. Oh, there. She's going, won't you go there? Oh, dear. Oh, one for you, Bear. Hit your tail. So, she's going to be here tomorrow. So, she's joined me before the live stream. She's actually quite good. So, we're going to do a little questions and answer type thing. And hopefully she can find a picture. She says she's got them on her laptop somewhere. So, hopefully you can find the pictures that she took. So, I can't find it online. You thought somebody would have said something, wouldn't you? I've even looked on Google Earth. I couldn't find it. But this is in Thetford, so it might be some surrounding area of Thetford. It might be Bury Senders or something. I don't know. So, Benny Kershaw says, "Sorry, I'm late. Was watching A. Thompson." Okay, what's this another cat say? You need. Oh, so crikey. Oh dear. Hey, Alistair, I'm very well. I all in the chat and even all. Am I too far up? Am I? Oh, what did I just see? What did I just see? What have I missed? We've got the times on there. What's the time? Oh, I'm a bit behind, aren't I? I am a bit behind, so I'll have to skip a few. Where's Wally? He's probably sitting there with Mummy in the kitchen. Yes, hoping for a treat. Then eventually he'll come in here and probably go in that basket down there. He's been a bit hot and bothered today, yes. So he's been, actually, to be fair to him, he has he's been a lot better the last couple of days. But you never know, Wally. Next minute you might be fit, and then you have like a string of them. But it's just one of the things. He's getting old. He's 14 now. Maybe Peter Bone. Oh crikey! OnlyFans. Peter Bone. He put his scrote on top of his AIDS head. How come he wasn't just dismissed instantly? Oh, because they're Tories. They must be special. Individual George. Tom Finney, hello there, Tom. Didn't see you there. Please help. Conservatives know unemployed training scheme. They'll be the food banks next, won't they? So will we get? Oh yes, the question. Will we see less food banks? Well, that would be a sign that something is going right, or at least not more, because they're growing exponentially at the moment. People can't afford to live. And living off handouts. There's something seriously wrong about that, isn't there? You know, what's it say about a country that can't feed its own people? Can't feed its own people. We can't give them dental care. We can't see them within reasonable time at the GP or A&E. Or waiting times like 8 hours, some cases. Longer than that. People have been dying in corridors. It's crazy. So, yeah, if I can't see him doing it first term. I can't see it. I think they're going to have... Well, they probably know this already, to be fair. They're not stupid, are they? They know it's going to be a real hard slog. And they've got to try and convince people that everything is going well. We're... I think what they've got a bit... If it's tough, then you tell us it's tough. If the problems are deeper than what they first envisaged, they need to tell us that they are. Don't give us false hope, because then we'll shoot you down in flames. That's what will happen. Don't give the people ammunition. If you're honest with them from day one, tell them how it is, people will understand. Generally, if they feel you've been honest with them, people respect you more. They just do. Even though they don't like the answer, they respect you more. But what we had from these Tories, constant, everything is fine. Don't look over here. Don't look over there. But everything's fine. Blimey. It's flipping nuts. I wonder what he'll make of Westminster and the party he's in. Oh, blimey. Yes. If you're talking about Carling geezer, that would be... I think we get all the division lobbies and stuff like that, and the whips. And it's going to be pretty awful, isn't it? But the party itself, the Labour Party, does seem pretty together, doesn't it? It's not like the Tories. It's the division. There isn't a level of division. Well, not what there used to be, because they got rid of everybody. Anyway. Oh, Nigel Farage. Blimey. I think we should talk about Reform UK Limited, or was it Deformed? The Deformed UK Limited. Richard Tyson, Nigel Farage, etc. And Waddlebottom. It's not because of Brexit. It's a disaster. It's how we implemented Brexit. It's a disaster, she says. Well, sore losers, though. Oh, really? They're never satisfied. They're not satisfied with their 5 seats, no. A lot of them. Rumbling. They want their PR. Now, they've swagged into that election, haven't they? With the confidence of a lottery winner. Was it 13 million to 1? And end up with their hopes being dashed and dropped like a Fabergé egg. Maybe. Well, 4 seats they got. And then there was a recount. And now they got 5. 5 seats. Now they were dreaming of a dozen more. That they were. The exit polls are like, oh my God, what, 13 seats? No! Luckily, the exit poll was wrong. Phew. They weren't about Labour, but I suppose they got a big account to deal with to get an accurate vote. It's 411, and they said it was going to be 410. So that's pretty damn close. Well, they bagged all that they could. They were dreaming for a few more, but hey, that's tough. You know, you don't get everything that you want in life, do you? And now they're crying foul. Banging on about proportional representation. And I was banging on about proportional representation. And now I see the deformed party gaining pace rapidly. When you look at the vote share, 14%. Oh my God, this is such a good idea. Oh, well, it's a good idea. You know, obviously everyone gets a say. I don't ever want to have any say. Sorry. Well, Nigel Farage, the perennial political gadfly, and his sidekick Richard Dice thought they had it all figured out, didn't they? They strutted their stuff into the election, thinking that they'd sweep the floor with their Brexit bravado and common sense. Unfortunately, common sense is no longer common, especially in the deformed party. Well, they did make some noise, though, to be fair. Didn't they? Fortunately. Now, Clacton was obviously a walk in the park for old Farage. No surprises there. But Tick's win in Boston and Skegness. Sure, Well, it raised a few eyebrows too. But 4 seats. They're going to use those 4 seats like they are to cause a disturbance. But I do have to ask myself a question. Is Nigel Farage going to be a good constituency MP? Is he actually going to do his job? Is he going to be holding surgeries to speak to the people? I've got my doubts. That's just not him. He's a protester. And it's a protest party. Well, those lot now with their 4 seats, it's like they brought a bazooka to a knife fight and ended up shooting themselves in the flippin' butt, thankfully. So now they're griping about the system being unfair. Poor little babies stamping their feet, saying it was a travesty that they didn't get more seats, despite a chunky old vote share. Now, if we had proportional representation, they would have, like 50-odd seats or something stupid. God. It's bear thinking about, does it? They'll be turning their back on everybody to the national anthem. Not the Ode of Joy, obviously, because they're no longer MEPs. So, anyway, welcome to First Past the Post, guys and girls. It's a brutal game, and you've got to play by the rules. Do they know how to? Anyway, just ask the Lib Dems, they know. They've been howling about this for absolutely years. But would the Lib Dems and the deformed party do a coalition with each other on proportional representation? I don't know if they want to be associated with them at all. Now, Richard Ticey did say, I'd be happy to work with the Green Party, he said. You know what? They don't want nothing to do with them either. But here's the thing, you see. The Reform Party's whining about proportional representation, even though I have done, is nothing new, is it? They've been doing it for ages. No. It's a go-to sob story for every minor party that gets a taste of, well, the big league. And finds out it's more of a, well, I suppose it's like a closed club than an open house. A bit like the EU, I suppose. You're either in it or you're out. Now, Farage and Lice, with their considerable vote share, and it was, I'd say 14%. But like, it's a bit thinking about, does it? See themselves as the underdogs and the rebels against the establishment. They use this whole unfair system, they say, narrative to fuel their push for the proportional representation and claiming it's the only way to get true representation. Okay, say that. Blah, 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 like Jar Jar Binks. Anyway, to be honest, proportional representation might actually help them. Very much so. It's a system that could turn those votes into seats more efficiently. But, you know, everyone's vote counts, doesn't it? It's kind of why I like proportional representation. But I don't know that. But anyway, giving them the power that they crave without having to win outright in any of the constituencies. You know, they're getting more MPs. No. They're salivating though at the thought, aren't they? Of proportional representation. But I suppose here's the reality check. The chances of proportional representation getting through all the political quagmire, is slimmer than a vegan at a barbecue, quite frankly. So what's next for this disgruntled duo? More moaning and groaning. Maybe Richard Tyson, Nigel Farage to do a duo with those telegram things. Up the rah or something. I don't know what Tyson would say, but anyway, it could be something like that. They'll keep drumming up support, though. They'll keep going on about the ECHL. They'll keep going on about proportional representation. Leveraging their base's dissatisfaction at the system. They feel that their vote didn't mean anything. But until then, they're going to be having to suck it up, aren't they? It's tough to eat, isn't it? and play the game like everyone else in Parliament, and also obviously the voter. And if they can't handle that, well, it's tough luck. Politics isn't, well, a playground. It's a flipping battleground, to be honest. And right now, Deform are on the losing side. But maybe, the next general election, that worm may turn. If Labour doesn't actually, like you mentioned on here, reduce the amount or the expansion of food banks. Because that is, well, it's simple, isn't it? How bad things are. Getting crazy. Absolutely crazy. I just I'm going to say it again. I just can't believe nurses have to go to food banks, and there's food banks in the hospital. That just feels just totally. It's just unbelievable, but it's true. It's where we're at, isn't it? Unfortunately, what a mess. What an absolute mess. No, we're not going to get proportional representation, though. No party that's in power with a major vote share. Oh, not vote share, no. MPs. Seats. The vote share hasn't really changed much, 34%. They're not going to give us proportional representation anyway. It's going to go against them. They're not going to want that. It's like shooting yourself in the foot. If they feel their position is strong at the next general election, there's no way you're going to be getting proportional representation. It's not going to happen. I don't know. Is it good? Is it bad? Oh, no, I don't really know. But Lime, you tell me. What are you saying in the chat? He needs to get out in the sun. Yeah, he does, doesn't he? That lad. God. What is it with hair? It's like I don't know. I was going to say it's like a deformed afro, but I like afros, even really an afro. Well, it's definitely not an afro. Oh, dear me. I'm fascinated by this chap. I think he's great. Don't be wrong. I think it's just funny that people are taking the piss out of him because he's a youngster. 22, you know. I don't see the problem. There we come. I'm ready. Oh, there we go. Mad Monk 33. Hello, my friend. Didn't see you there. Blimey. Hope you're well, my friend. Hope you're well. Oh, nice one, number 3. Number 3, gifted 5 all shorts memberships. Cool. Portsmouth Safe Reform got 12.5%. Cheers, number 3. Local election, and they only got 0.97% of the vote. And Portsmouth North Reform got 20.4%. Thinking so. Port South is more conservative and upper class, and Old Money versus Port North. Well, that's interesting. Yes, it does, Mark Bowers. It looks like the French rejected the far right. Good. Living here, I'll tell you what, that's such a relief. Me and the missus, we were really worried about this. To the point I didn't want, when she told me, I didn't want to know. I stuck my head in the sand because it was depressing me. But after the news today, I'm a lot happier. No, I didn't actually make any videos about the election. I did my live, obviously, on election night. But I want the dust to settle, so I will be making some videos about it. Because it's all like hype at the moment. Oh, everything's going to change. It's so wonderful. We've got a Labour government. Proportional representation now. That's out the window now because we're for deform. But, you know, it's all wonderful. Everything's going to change. Yeah, I suppose it will change. And I'm sure it'll change for the better. But crikey, what an uphill struggle that's going to be. What did I just see? Mum was that flying elephant. Yes, said a Clacton mum. And it sure as hell wasn't for... What? NHS nurses have not had a pay rise in 14 years, and they had to pay for a degree and other stuff. This is the thing. They used to get a bursary grant, didn't they? Well, the Tories say they brought it back, but they didn't. Not to what it was. It's minuscule. Yeah, it's a con. And they keep going on about, 35% pay rise. They want to go up from 15 quid to 20 quid now. That's bugger all. The fact they were only getting like 15, 14, or not even that, was it? They won't get a lot anyway. That was under £15 an hour. After 6 years training? Who was 15 quid an hour for 6 years training? That's just a piss take. It really is. Now, Wes Streeton says he's going to speak to them. Can't promise everything straight away, he says, but he's going to speak to them. The European Union member states have said, well, we're interested in having a talk. Yeah, we'll discuss with Keir Starmer regarding the Brexit deal. But I guarantee you, they're not going to change the rules of the club to suit the UK. And besides, okay, you might think so, well, we've got a government now that is more, how to put it, calm, less derogatory towards EU member states and the European Union as a whole. Remember, it's a union. But what about the next government? And what about the government after that? There's no guarantees, is there? There's no guarantees. At some point, proportional representation is a must, and going there from a decisive majority would be a wise move politically. It could be, but it depends on how things are, and I don't know. I don't think they're going to do it. I don't. I think they'll just get sideswiped. They're not going to do anything that undermines them, or they feel undermines them. The thing is, you might say that at the moment they've got such a majority, they haven't got to listen to too many people. They can just talk to themselves. There's no point going into Parliament now. We can do it. We can all meet up at number 10, and we can make decisions in there. There's no point having the vote. That was a foregone conclusion. But save a fortune it will, and we can use that money to get rid of the food banks. That's it. Frogage Brotherman, new album, gonna lift us up where we belong. Lift us? Oh, okay. Available K-Tail. Or would it be KKK Tail? Just found out I'm a member, says Terry Regan, Plymouth activist for justice. Just pop back. Hello there. Yeah. That story of that we will talk with the new government is actually EU saying, stop being a dumb idiot and making trouble. We will not make your life miserable. That was never the goal, was it? All they want it to be sensible, you know? And the United Kingdom had to really be put in its place. We are a smaller economy than the entire EU. The EU has more to offer than what we have, you know. If you're negotiating a deal with someone, and money and a product, well, one has to pay for the other. And if the product's little, it'll be less money. It's a stupid analogy, but anyway, I think it'll make sense. The number of tries you score in football match counts for nothing. Wrong metric. Number of tries you score in a football match. Ooh, another analogy. Maybe Rooney can help your cause for justice. In the spotlight. Oh, stop the greed, Sandra, in the spotlight. This is why we need a second referendum. We need one now. Soon as possible, we need a referendum vote. It is going to be a hell of an uphill struggle. It will take years and years and years. It really will, you know. And then we're going to have to convince member states in the EU who will say, well, why are you talking to us, you know, during the Brexit referendum? You know, I don't think I want to. Well, I know I do what I do. I'm going to veto you. That's what I'm going to do. Would Spain use the rock? Gibraltar? Might be. It's a difficult one. And also, look at the amount of money the EU's had to invest in the fact that the UK's left. It's not finished yet, I know, but it's left officially. But they want their money back. All right, that's all very well, but we've had to rearrange our banking sector. That cost so many trillion, whatever it was. We had to build all these kiosk, port control, and stuff like that. Oh, that's okay. Before you know it, you say, "Oh my giddy aunt, we can't afford that." Don't blame them. Stop the greed. Don't blame them. Blame who? We need one. We do need one, but I can't see it happening. Keir Starmer certainly is not going to be doing that yet. If he does, it'll be some while. Johnny K, hello there. What would the referendum vote be about? As things stand, the things Starmer needs to do to get productivity up are the same things he'd have to do to prepare for the EU. Good point. Yes. Single market, customs union. Join. No, I interviewed Richard Donnelly, what his name was. I think it's Richard Donnelly from the Rejoin EU party. And I have to admit, when I was speaking to him and what have you, before and after my video and what have you, he did talk a lot of sense, actually. He knows full well it's going to be difficult. But obviously he needs to paint a rosy picture to try and encourage people. But he does know. It's actually quite a nice bloke to talk to, actually. Although I did send everything over to him, and I had a response from him yet. I thought it was a bit rude. I suppose it's a busy time at the moment. Will Spain use Dwayne Johnson? What, The Rock? Will Spain use The Rock? Will he bounce peanuts off his nipples? Or something like that. Get deform out of the way. That's good. That's actually a very good point, actually. Because if I was the EU, if I was the member states in the EU, or those who've had to put up with Nigel Farage in the EU, I think, no way, no thank you. Get rid of him. They're not going to want that, are they? They had years of it. I'm missing super chats. Really? What have I missed? I didn't see it. My little thingy didn't go off, did it? Hey, George! Hey, buddy. Immigration is not the cause of Clacton's problems. It's anything. If it's anything, it's emigration and Benidorm, which are the root of Clacton's problems. Is everyone going to Benidorm? Is everyone leaving? Immigration. Everyone's left. Took the money with them. Maybe. Well, I also missed. Oh, I did that one, didn't I? Farage said reform was the official opposition and the voters didn't feel that way. Oh, thank God. It's not the official opposition. If it's proportional representation, even then I don't think it was. I've looked at this again. No, because if you had proportional representation, Conservatives would still be, let me show you, they'd still be the opposition because they had 19%. 24% of the vote share. So, no. He lies again. Cool. I think I got that. Why isn't my thing going off? I got a little arm on here that's supposed to go off. Where is it? Why not working? Should do. That should. I think it's not clicked. Can't see it now. Not great. So Putin loves Farage. Oh, there he is. Yeah.
The stories of Columbine don't matter. All they're being told are the bad things that we did in our history. And I'm standing up and saying, enough. We should be proud of who we are, where we come from. Go on, put it down. That's radio.
Are you like a crazy person?
The Clacton will have a bad awakening because Farage or Farage He doesn't want to work. He ain't going to work, is he?
Smaller in
can't say-
number, are we?
Hey, he works now.
But larger
Excellent.
in
Cheers, buddy.
mind.
Hey, it's working. Let's have a look. Perhaps Labour will have a European rejoin group. Maybe. That'd be pretty good. The Monty Python fascists, I know. That was quite... Led by Donkeys did that. And I have to admit, I love their antics. I loved it when they put that... they changed the name of... Michelle Moan's yacht. Oh, they renamed it to Pandemic Profiteer. Oh, that was class. That really was. Fromage is the dwarf Eastern Orc. Long guilty pleasure. Oh, yes. Orban is now acting as Putin's ambassador with better airlines. Oh, God's sake. Oh, Viktor Orban. Hungary. No, they've been fined at the moment, aren't they? I believe. Yeah. By the EU. But I think that's right. Hungary, it is, you know. I can't remember the reason behind it. I think I did say before, but I can't remember now. Lose my mind. Yeah, the EU's had enough of a headache dealing with Orban. Good point. They don't need another one. Such as Nigel Farage. They don't need him again, do they? Maybe Nigel Farage actually distracted from people like Orban at the time. He's always been there, hasn't he? Crikey. And what if, I don't know if he will now, actually. What if, no, he won't now, will he? Of course he won't. No, that's good. Because Macron was threatening to make Jordan Bardella the finance leader for the EU. Yeah, like representative or something. It's my deep voice, says Joel. Deep it is. Deep, deep, deep. My voice is getting deeper and deeper and deeper. And hoarser and hoarser and hoarser. Sorry, George, I can't do much about that. Except shout at... Oh, crikey. George. No, I got it at the end. Sorry that, George. I didn't say it. For some reason, I didn't have my... I've done it now. I've got it's on now, so I get my little notification. I think it's just me, you see. So unless I've actually got the super chat up and I'm at the right bit, I'm not going to see it. So it's quite... I suppose I could click in it occasionally, but then if I keep clicking in it, makes it look like I'm looking for money all the while, doesn't it? You know. So, oh, someone done me a super chat. So, there we come. Hey, Joe Lefty, hope you're well, my friend. Hi, everyone. Hi to you too. Did you manage to sell your boat? Is that back up for sale? Oh, what happened? I'm sick of hearing Brettler's voice. I'd rather listen to Celine Dion for the rest of eternity. Don't knock Celine Dion. I love Celine Dion. Yeah. Poor old Celine Dion. She's got, what is it called now? Stiff person syndrome. Which basically, her whole body goes into spasm and it goes stiff. And it's really, really, really painful because your muscles are like working against each other tight. And, yeah, then out comes the ambulance and let's take the hospital. Not pleasant. She's in a quite bad way, actually. She can't sing it. You know, my voice is buggered now. But she's got similar. I can't. I used to sing like an angel. Oh, I did. But anyway, I don't anymore. I can't reach my notes like an angel. No. Nor can Celine Dion. There we come. Anyway. So. The old Reform Party isn't very happy. Don't. Well, they kind of are, but they're not. But they've always got something to moan about, haven't they? I can't get it all in. Servant of the people, this geezer here, who supports the Reform Party. I'm sorry I can't show it all. Can I make it smaller so it goes in? No, it doesn't want to go in. No, it doesn't. That's annoying. So, folks, can I show that? It's not going to let me, is it? Can I? Copy image address, copy image. Open image, a new tab. Nope, that doesn't work either. What if I put that into that one? Will it work in there? Just a second, see if that works. Oh, I'll put it in the wrong place. There we go. Yeah, that works. Sort of. So, I can move it now. There you go. Servant of the people. Somebody on Twitter. Oh, to say to it to form the eggs one day. So, folks, after some tough talks with my girlfriend, I have decided to leave the United Kingdom. After Labour's win. There's no way Reform Party UK lost. There's no way. They should have won everything. Not just a majority, they should have got every single vote. Postal votes? You just gotta be kidding me. Postal and non-British votes ruined it. Sounds like a racist to me. My blood has been here for 500 years. I'm special? Yeah, right. But now, pretty much all of us are mixture of something. But he's probably a mixture of his own, of his brothers and sisters. Yeah. But I must leave now, he says. He's going to leave, yes. Okay, I bet you vote for Brexit as well. Flippin' idiot. Huh? Can't just leave now, you plonker. It's not that easy. Don't. Well, Ben Habib had some rather nasty things to say. And even little crybaby Piers Morgan, who runs out of studios, you know, it's like, yeah, don't talk nasty to me. No. You see, people did. They criticised him about his views on Meghan. They said that he's in love with her. Yeah. He would go out on a date with old Meghan. He did. How old is that geezer? Yes, 500 years. How old is he? Crikey. I reckon he's 500. He must be in the 60s. Or whatever he is. I don't know. 560. Well.
Can we all agree one thing?
Now he's saying, I'm going to boycott the
agree one
BBC.
thing?
That's what he's saying now. He's going to boycott the BBC. It's Nigel Farage. Poor little Nigel Farage is feeling hard done by. Well, what did Ben Habib actually say? I know I've shown you this before, but there might be new people there. You never know, do you? There you go. There's Ben Habib, okay? Alright. Bloody swine that he is.
And if they choose to scupper that dinghy, then yes, they have to suffer the consequences of their actions.
Then you would leave them to drown.
They cannot, absolutely, they cannot be infantilized to the point that
I have
we
no doubt, Ben,
become
that is a
hostage to
policy
fortune.
that would work quite well. However, that is not a policy that a civilized country should endorse.
Why is that uncivilized, Julia?
Because
Explain
we
to me
don't
why.
leave people to drown, because we're civilized human beings. I
So,
don't want
Julia,
these people here. I don't think they should be infantilized either. But I wouldn't leave someone to drown. No, I wouldn't. I don't think there's anyone in Border Force or the Royal Navy who would do that.
Well, I'm afraid border force means using force at the border. If we're not prepared to use force at the border, we will have open borders. And if they choose to scupper that dinghy, then yes, they have to suffer the consequences.
What an asshole. Asshole! That he is. That's Ben Habib, that is. Lovely geezer, isn't he? Yeah, what a wonderful chap. Well. Oh, dear. To be fair, Nigel Farage, he did get it right, though. I've got to give him his dues. Yep, there he is. He's been honest and truthful for a change.
We are awful, terrible, backward, knuckle-dragging, racist people, and we should be deeply ashamed. We are awful, terrible, backward, knuckle-dragging, racist people, and we should be deeply ashamed.
I think that's AI, though, to be fair. I was looking at his mouth moving and saying, not quite right. Oh, dear. And then obviously you got those individual bloke, and eventually they say, "Oh no, you're not standing for the party." And it was too late anyway. He was independent, but he didn't get the vote. Who's basically was entrapped. He was entrapment by Channel 4 News, and Nigel Farage has now decided he's going to. Well, he's made a claim against Channel 4 News against electoral interference. Not owning up to the fact, okay, maybe that was a little bit much. That guy shouldn't have said that. Maybe you don't want nothing to do with him. But no. Let's make excuses. Just make excuses. Well, these people got it right that they did. Yeah, they know what Nigel Farage is about.
Good afternoon, everybody. Nigel. On the Farage. I beg you. I'm no friend of what people.
You bet the people walk all
Where's you from? Oh, that makes sense.
You're a fraud! You're no friend of the working class!
One-time payment, he can even say the truth.
Good afternoon, everybody. Nigel. On the
Poor old Nigel Farage. Nobody loves him, except obviously the racists, the bigots, and xenophobes, etc., etc. Okay. And homophobes. Oh, right off to my cave. Latest. Take care, Tom Finney. Be good. Britain is a foreign country. Get over it. What? Spot on there, Nigel. Yeah, Uncle Nigel. Yeah, it was right there. Do you think that was AI, or do you think that was one of his little telegram things? Huh? Can you remember the up there are? He was taken to a cane, wasn't he? Oh, crikey. Have I got that here? I don't know if I have. Have I got that here? Where he was, Oh, no, not that one. No, I haven't got it. Don't think I got it. That's a shame. When an Irish journalist pretty much put him on the spot, accused him of not knowing Irish history and what have you, and she played the clip of him doing a telegram saying "up the Ra." It's just an idiot. How can you not know that? He's supposed to be a politician. He's supposed to know everything. Well, briefly back into the chat just to check everything's okay. Are you all there still? Oh, is everybody happy? You got your general election win. You got. Oh, that's the interview. Was it with the RTE? Cheers, Cheers, buddy. Let me come. Hello, Andrew Evans. Hope you're well, my friend. Oh, I bet we hear highest fishing voices often in the Westminster TV clips from now on. Oh, God, yeah. He's going to make himself very, very known. He's already very, very known. You see, if you think what happened when Gordon Brown was Prime Minister, he did what he could, didn't he, to revive the economy, what have you. And some would argue that if it wasn't for him, we'd have been a lot worse place quite quickly. And then we got a coalition government with Liberal Democrats and David Cameron. And then David Cameron decided, because they had austerity and all that, which was an absolute nightmare. Buggered everybody up, didn't it? And then we got, David Cameron, scared shitless of Nigel Farage, so he put in the manifesto, "You vote for us, we'll give you a referendum vote." Well, obviously, you got the extra vote from the racists, the bigots, etc. And they got their vote, because it was in the manifesto, in-out referendum. Buggered everything up. Well, Brexit then took out David Cameron, and then took out Theresa May. She had the best deal, but took her out. We wouldn't have needed the, oh, crikey, the protocol, Northern Ireland Protocol. Would we? And that other thing that Rishi Sunak apparently, he messed up as well anyway. Everything was rushed. Wouldn't needed all that. Anyway, Brexit came along, didn't it? and brought us. Well, got rid of Theresa May, took her out, and then brought us the blonde Boris mutant, whatever he is anyway. I can't remember the phrase now. What a numpty he turned out to be. And then he got the general election, got an 80-seat majority. Railroads, whatever you want to railroad through. Squandered that majority. Lost the popular vote. Got pushed out as well. And we got Liz Truss. She got taken out by Brexit. No, actually, no, she didn't. She got taken out by lettuce, didn't she? What a flippin'...
Smaller in number, are we?
That
but larger
is
in
a
mind.
disgrace.
It's only a foreign country if you're actually not in the country. What you got there, darling? You've been working on the websites. Oh, blimey. Crikey. Well, it looks like it was tactical voting, Caroline. You can't hide. Oh, where are you? I was in your dressing gown. Come here.
I'm in a night dress.
Oh, my night dress. I'm not. I don't want. You'll see me in my night dress. Could be worse. Could be naked.
Well, the exit polls are usually
Yeah, it looks like tactical voting.
Yeah.
But keep her out.
Yeah, Wayne's watching this to let me know when he leaves.
Cool. Well, Queen's come tomorrow, and did we get any more news regarding that camp?
But she said she's trying to find something for us.
What the pictures? She said she got pictures on a laptop.
Been there.
Yeah. I can't find anything on that. I don't know if you can hear it, but she's.
No, you couldn't find anything on it. Your daughter works with refugees.
I thought she's our daughter.
Rehome them.
Is she my daughter now? If you disowned our daughter.
2 to 3. She's been there. Well, some of them have been there 2 to 3 years when they get to her. But she's trying to.
So that's been all those years, and yet nobody said anything. Blimey.
Well, we'll find out more tomorrow.
If we find the name of the camp, then we might be able to find it more. I can't find it on Google Earth.
She'd like to join you with your live show next Sunday.
Well, she's done it before, hasn't she? I have mentioned that. She got to wear a hat, though. Not that stupid one with the big brim, though. Because I keep bashing me in the head.
Smaller in
As
number,
a storm.
but
Oh, nice one, cheers,
larger
buddy.
in mind.
Wally Meds funds scary times for Scotland. Yeah, and it's very unfortunate because obviously SNP has been completely, well, very much undermined by Labour. So the likelihood you're not going to get independence, not that way anyway, for a while. It's not helpful, is it? Not for you. But my hope is that Labour, I'm probably talking on my butt here, I just hope that Labour treats Scotland with respect. Now, they've already said, well, we're going to go and see all the 4 nations. What are you chatting at me? She's chatting things at me now. Oh, dog treats. We're going to see all the 4 nations. I think he's including Scotland in that, yeah. Need to be treated as one. Everyone needs to be treated as one. You know, a bit like levelling up, I suppose, isn't it? Everyone needs to be treated fairly and with respect. Because, for a start, the SNP was not treated with respect. Boris Johnson would call it repeatedly said it was the Scottish Nationalist Party when it's not. It's the National Party. It's a way to, sticking his knife in. And did Leslie Hoyle say anything? No, because he's flipping useless. All he wants to do is cuddle his cats. What a twat. Sorry, but he is. You know, they found drugs in Westminster from samples they took of toilet seats and stuff like outside Prime Minister's offices and stuff. You know, it's just nothing happens. All gets say we'll do something and they don't do it. They rely on us forgetting, or the next thing becomes, well, like dead cat comes into the ring, doesn't it? You know, to distract us. Thank you, Alistair. So look again. SNP Go on, come back, move that over. S&P have to be gone, and Hollywood will be either shut down or crikey, hope not. Is that what they're talking about? They're talking about shutting down Hollywood. Hollywood. Sorry, Hollywood, and they will be shut down or made into a talking shop because they will make the UK equal. But I thought they wanted more devolution, not less. I might be wrong. Time will tell. Blimey, scary though, isn't it? If you're a Scotsman, woman, child, and you want your independence,
Smaller in number,
shattered on for too long,
but larger in mind.
And they say you're going to be a bit depressed about this, aren't you? Oh, what was that? What did I just say? Oh, creak, there we come. Johnny, equal would mean some devolved governments in England too. Oh, that's an interesting point. Oh, crikey, the wrong one. That one. Equal would mean some devolved governments in England too. Let's just move this because something's not. It's gone a bit skew isn't it? Where is that? There's a chance. Maybe you clearly can't see it. There you go. That's better. That's better. Yeah, I get your point, Johnny. So equal would mean some devolved governments in England as well. Which government? That's a good point, though, isn't it? If we're truly equal, that Westminster would be devolved. Oh. England is a foreign country full of foreigners who speak most foreign language. Sorry, the most foreign language in Europe. Oh, I see. I think I get your point now. What the foreign language of English? To be fair, English is pretty much it's the second language, isn't it? For most people, especially in France, what have you. And it still will be. England is a foreign country. I voted reform. Oh no, Seafowl says you voted reform. Oh dear. Protest vote, much like Brexit. Clear the ground for a more radical right-wing party. Make smug lefties increasingly uncomfortable. You love the you, aren't you? Hey, nice cheekies. Hello, Mr. Fowler. Well, he only got 5 seats, so they ain't done that well, have they, really? He's a baby. Dang, dang, dang. I'm right, George. Oh, okay. Boom, 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 boom. Strange one. The things that was heavily hinted was greater devolved power for local councils. So what they said. You hope so. End of the day, without the money, we can't achieve anything. And then, unless we increase our tax take, we're not going to do anything. Nothing's going to happen because there ain't enough money in the pot. Just isn't. Now, either got to borrow more money, which the cost of borrowing at the moment isn't a great idea, is it? It's costing like 70 billion a year. Is it 70 billion? Something like that, 70 billion a year, just in interest payments alone. Don't sound very cheap to me. No, it's a lot of money to find. And the thing is, we're borrowing money just for services. You shouldn't borrow money for services. You borrow for investment, infrastructure, etc. Borrow for that. But not for services. That makes no sense. No logic. In fact, Rishi Sunak actually said that in the hustings between him and Liz Truss. And then went back on that one, didn't he? Oh, there we got the money. Oh, we'll borrow a little bit more, borrow a little bit more, borrow a little bit more. It's a bit like when you get your credit card payments come in every month and use one credit card to pay off the other one.
But larger in mind.
Okay. When Scotland, thanks again, Alison McCare. When Scotland, Wales got Parliament's North England, so let's get it from my head now. So when Scotland, Wales got Parliament's North of England, had a vote at the same time but said no to it. And EU forced the UK to do this. Now we're out of the EU, so the UK, oh, I see. I get your point. I forgot about that. Thank you. But we're now out of the EU. It's going to make it even harder, isn't it? Ain't great, is it? I've said it before, I'll say it again. I don't want Scotland to leave, but I get it. I understand why it needs to. I don't want it to, but I understand why it needs to. It's not my Scotland. Just like I live in France. I'm a guest here, all right, as far as I'm concerned. I'm a migrant. All right. I'm an immigrant, I am. It's for the Scottish people to decide. It's not for me to decide. It just doesn't fit. It doesn't sit right. It doesn't sit right at all. Thank you, Tom. That certainly is. Mad Monk got that right. Your continued support is really pretty. It keeps us going, to be fair, because we don't earn a lot here at all. Especially after my business got completely
Smaller in number, are we?
Scuppered.
But larger in mind.
Just because of Brexit. Thanks for that vote. Johnny says, better yet, the US federal government is in none of the states. The US federal government is none of the states. Move the UK government to Guernsey, where the royalty can own it. Lock, stock, and barrel. Yeah, move it to Guernsey. Okay, is it a bit like something what Trump did, you know? Remember Trump?
Like you'll go person,
very
woman,
clever
man,
Yeah,
camera, TV.
He said he was. He did. Yeah. Oh, crikey. Moved it to Jerusalem. The embassy. Thank you, Johnny. Derek McCall! Hello, Derek. Hope you're well, my friend. Even all, sorry I'm late. I called you smug, not woke. Oh, dear. My horizons are plenty wide. Oh, okay. Getting a bit offensive there. Well, that's a little bit rude, mate. All right. Keep it clean, you know. I'm happy to have Brexiters and what have you here. I've got a problem with that at all. Just don't, you know. Just don't be nasty. Because we'll hide you. And you'll be in a little bubble. Yeah, you think you're talking to us, but nobody can see you. Be nice. Yes, you can call me woke. I don't mind that. As long as I can call you Gavin. I saw a little boy washed ashore in a little striped shirt. Oh, crikey. And a man slowly sondering to his body. Blimey. Prescott forced through the abolishment of local councils, e.g. Teesside, and where the councils went to Dublin. Yeah, they amalgamated loads. They tried to do that in Norfolk with City Council, basically what to amalgamate Norfolk County Council into one. But it fell through, they couldn't do it. The problem is, when we start consuming other councils, and just you think it's going to be you're going to save costs, and you don't, because the work don't get done, the jobs don't get done. You don't know what the local problems are. It's just the whole thing goes to pot. Here in France, it's this totally different system. We have a mayor, a council in every single town. Our town has about 3,000 people, about that 2,500, 3,000 people in the commune. It has a mayor, it has a council. The council officers. It also has a grounds maintenance department and a maintenance department. It's just everything is sorted out in-house. And it's not handed out to private companies or anything like that, like it is in the UK. For instance, we used to have in Norwich, we used to have a thing called City Care. The City Care used to do all the maintenance work. They also had a tarmacking division and all that sort of stuff. They looked after the roads. All the stuff was done in-house in Norwich. Unfortunately, it got sold out to CK. Got sold out to I think it was the Morrison Group, and it went tits up. Literally just fell apart, and nothing was done. Within a very short period of time, basically, when they put the tender in, they were way too low, and also they were lumbered with a lot of the staff from City Care, and a lot of those staff were aging people who just want to sit around and read newspapers, literally. Now, my eldest son Wayne worked for him a little bit while he was at college, just to get some money in. And he literally had a person on his team. He used to go out and clear the houses when they had transition between rentals and what have you. And had to go in and take all the furniture out and it's completely empty. And anyway, one of the guys worked there. He wouldn't do anything. He only had he had six months left. All right. He's always got his pension sorted out. Everything was sorted. He didn't do anything. And they couldn't get rid of him. He just sat there reading his paper. Anyway, the Morrison Group, they got lumbered with people like that. Plus the fact they went in too low. Then the tarmacking and what have you went to Meg Ernie's. They took it over. Not what you know is who you know, innit? You know. And it just breaks it down. And when so everything becomes outsourced, or when it's all tried to be controlled under one umbrella, you haven't got anyone with boots on the ground that actually knows what really needs to be done. You know, our council knows us. Our mayor knows us. You know, we've had situations where people are trying to find my workshops here in France, and they've gone into the council and just said my name. Oh, and then draw them a map and sent them on their way. There you get it. You know. Also, it means you can't. There's no way you can. No, for us, for instance, there's no way I can defraud taxation or anything like that. I wouldn't want to anyway, because that'd scare the hell out of me. But you can't do it because people know what you're doing. Oh, just a second, I've got my dogs out. Who let the dogs out? Me. Why? He knows that Sebastian dog. He knows that if they go out for a wee, and he stays in, he knows he gets an extra treat. Oh, I do love my doggies, I do. To be honest, I love animals and creatures. I had a stag beetle fly on me the other day. It would not come off. It was just grabbing on it. It was there for ages. It loved me. I was like the stag beetle whisperer. Where are we? Where were we? Back into the chat again, and then we'll go back and do what I was doing. Who let the dogs out? A sudden blue spot in the river would stand out like a sore thumb these days. Yeah, it's blooming brown. That's the other thing, is what are they going to do about that? What is Labour going to do about the state of the rivers and the seas? Are they going to nationalise? Are they going to allow Thames Water to go bankrupt because it's on its last legs? What are they going to do? What can they do? It can't go on like this. You can't. You see, you get to a point, you say, this stuff doesn't break down overnight, you know. It's going to be there. All these little turds all breaking down, little tiny turds. It's still there. Ends up to this weird foamy mush type stuff. You let like kids from swimming there? Are you bonkers? Don't go anywhere near that water. I can't believe there's some people protesting about the state of the waters. What they do, they're swimming in it to protest. What's that about? The protest should be, I'm not going in there. No, they jump straight in, gurgling their turds. They do. Flipping out, what are they thinking? Eh? Oh, behind me. Oh. Look, Grandpa, you shattered. Anyway, do you play the drums? I'm learning at the moment. I've got a big old set upstairs as well. They've been sitting there up there for ages, and I was having lessons for a while. Then we had the pandemic, and Caroline bought me these ones, and a few years back now, and yeah, so they're good to put headphones on. So I wonder what she's telling me. So yeah, I'm practicing. I'm getting better. The carpal tunnel thing don't help, but I used to play guitar and that, and ukulele and stuff like that, but I can't do that anymore. I can't. Yeah. I can't fret the strings. Not anymore, unfortunately. Hello, Bill Silver. Hello. Love to the doggies. Yeah, I got one in there. Just there, look. There he is. A little Sebastian. We had an Airbnb person staying overnight last night. And they didn't believe that he was the middle-aged dog, and the youngest one's the one that was all grey. Little Pandora. I ain't no corn. The re-destroy voters must swim a lot. Oh, crikey. Yeah, but so what are they going to do? What's Labour going to do about that? Hopefully they can do something about it, but that's going to take years. How clean that lot up? We're not talking about just a little bit, are we? We're not talking about combined sewage outlets being used for the right reasons. We're talking about shit, loads of shit, been pumped into the rivers and seas to some quite extreme levels, thousands and thousands and thousands of tons every week. That's just... Oh, Craig will come in now, doesn't he? Let the dogs in. Here you come. I'll leave the door ajar for the other one. Only a little bit though, because otherwise the flies are coming. It's dark outside and lights on in there, and I'll be like flies everywhere. Don't want that. Straight below over my monitor. So, take care, number 3. Be good, my friend. Au revoir to you. And number 3, if you want to do it on your channel, I'm more than happy if you send me a link or something one day, and if we can find the time, and we'll do a video. I don't mind either way, mate. Oh, if you missed it, Labour will mandate monitoring and make it. Yeah, the problem is that half the sensors aren't working, so that's going to cost a lot of money, isn't it? I'll make non-results be sanctionable too. Every week needs to be either to the standards or fully paid for. Yeah. Well, they haven't invested. They're going to have to get money from somewhere. But you got Thames Water, what are they going to do? They're going to go bankrupt. They can't borrow any more money for that, can they? They're always on shit creek, literally. It feels a little bit like say it and it'll happen. You know, if you mandate it or make laws and then it's got to happen. I think we'll just push some of these companies further under. We need some provision. We actually need renationalisation of it. Do you let them go bankrupt and then just walk in and take it? Do you change the rules and the laws to suit so you can just do that? They got the mandate to do it now, haven't they? They've got the seats. They don't need to do much to go in there hard. They can do it. They can force them under. You just keep finding the buggers. Keep finding them. They're going to fall flat on their face, aren't they? And then buy them for £1. You've still got all the problems that he's sorting out. You've still got the fact that all these, like 70 odd billion in shares have been handed out since it's been privatised, and with these water companies, you've still got that. You can't do a lot about that, can you? They haven't invested as they should have done. So, you know, we'll probably have to borrow to invest in that. But you can't have an unhealthy nation, because that's what you're looking at. If you've got all these toxins everywhere, clearly people are going to be unhealthy, aren't they? People keep getting poisoned, aren't they? If we want a good, strong, functioning economy, if they talk about growth, we need a healthy workforce. We need a workforce that can, I don't know, get a dentist appointment, for instance. Can you imagine what it's like? You've got to go to work and you've got a flipping sore and toothache, and you're constantly taking painkillers, what have you, which then gives you gut rot, and you're really uncomfortable. You can't work properly like that. You just can't. Quite reminds me. I was installing a swimming pool here in France. I was, an in-ground one, and that was when we first came here, within a couple of years being here. Anyway, I was installing the swimming pool, and I had a cracked tooth. Didn't know it was a cracked tooth at the top. Anyway, I went to a dentist in a place called Chaillot, which is where Richard Lionheart got shot with a crossbow bolt. And this dentist, he was terrible. He was rude. He's actually Vietnamese. He was an awful dentist. Anyway, he did temporary fillings. So he'd done this temporary filling in my tooth. No, it wasn't temporary filling. I had a cracked tooth. So when you jammed this thing in there, the temporary filling, it just spread the tooth. Flipping hell. they passed out. I did. What I was doing to numb the pain, so I could get into a different dentist. I'll go back there. Crikey, you mullered it. I was making moonshine. I was gargling with moonshine. I was getting a little bit high after a while, obviously you don't let it go to waste, do you? So, yeah. Eau de vie. Do exactly what they're doing with the railways. Wait until they go tits up or their contracts run out and bring them into public ownership. We've got to do something. It can't go on like this, can it? It just can't. It's absolutely crazy. Oh, crikey. Oh, can I get this on YouTube? There we are. Mentioned earlier about this clip, which in the spotlight, Carney sent it over to me just now. Via me WhatsApp. Don't normally do WhatsApp, but yeah, quite useful sometimes. There you go.
This message is for Brian Kelleher, Brexiteer, and I hope you have a great birthday. This comes from your good friend Aidan. Now, it's a bit early in the day, so all I've got actually is coffee, but I hope you enjoy a few pints with the lads tonight. Up the rah!
Découvrez.
Blimey. Is it me or does he not know anything? Crikey. Where was he? Huh? Doing those volatile times. Where was it? Where was Nigel Farage? Oh, blimey. Right, here we go. Where was I? Into chat. I've been an hour and 40 minutes. Didn't feel like it. No. Oh, look, it's a fascist. Yes, he is. Most definitely. To continue, nationalising would discount non-profits paid as dividends and the debts taken to do so. Oh, from the price. They do pay a quid for it. They want to pay for it. They just take it over. The dividends themselves. You, if there's no profit, there should be no dividend. Simple as that. No profit, no dividend. Now, when I had my company, I've had a few companies actually over the years, and when I had my company, none of them went bankrupt. Just let you know that. I just decided I didn't want to do that anymore. So anyway, when I had my company, you basically take yourself a wage. You would do normally. When you do your accounts, you pay yourself a dividend, which is out of the profits. What's left? You leave a little bit in, because obviously you need some capital to run the business. And you can then take out the rest, pay obviously the appropriate taxes on whatever you take out, and then that is an income, isn't it? It's your dividend from your profits. But if you've got no profit, you've got no dividend. So how come these geezers imagine to hand out dividends with no profit? It's clearly not profit because they haven't actually invested in the actual infrastructure. They keep saying, the infrastructure's old. Well, it's because you haven't invested in it. You have to hold some money back so your core business can function. And if part of that would be your investment in your infrastructure. Oh, you need a new van, for instance. For myself, having my business, we had 13 people working for us at the time when we shut up shop. And this was actually at that recession, the financial crash. We shut up shop. Yeah, but that's not how we operated. You've got a certain amount of money coming in, and you keep a certain amount in the business. If you need to invest in a van, you do a lot of hire purchase. Not hire purchase. Actually, we did do hire purchase, and also we had lease hire as well. But you still got to pay deposits. You need that lump of money. If you want to expand and get another vehicle, then that's what you did. It's just business, isn't it? And these are businesses. They're not water authorities, are they? Not anymore. They're businesses. Unless you're in Scotland, of course. It's just the idea. How they're trying to defend. How anyone can defend private organisations doing any kind of civil service? It doesn't, or infrastructure, what have you. It doesn't make any sense to me, because what their goal is to make a profit. Well, I don't understand why a government-run company can't make a profit. It doesn't make any sense. You just got to have the right people, and because the people you've got around you. If it's not making a profit, well, then there's something going on, isn't there? Just the same business. You've still got the same customers. In fact, it's a monopoly. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to me. My feeling is that anything that is part of the infrastructure should be nationalised. That's my feeling. Everything. From energy through to water authorities. Obviously, the hospitals. Everything should be nationalised. And too much of the hospitals are being privatised now. Let me shut the door. Well, Pandora has managed to open the door herself. Well done. The thing is, that profit that's been handed out in dividends, it can be used as an investment, can't it? So it should be. Instead of just being given to any Tom, Dick and Harry who decide to hand some money over. You see, the thing is, they could have borrowed the money elsewhere and just borrowed like we would normally, but obviously with a share-based system, and they have an obligation to the shareholders. And the other thing is, they don't tend to be honest as well. They don't publicise that they're in difficulty until it's too late, until there's no hiding from it anymore. They don't publicise it because all of a sudden their share values go down. You see, a company's in trouble, not got invested in that one, it's in trouble, and the share value plummets. So it's no, privatisation is bad. Full stop. It really is. I know some people try and defend it. Where's my warning? I bet he's got upstairs, a traitor. Pandora's door. What, Pandora's box? Is a new classic for me. Oh, crikey, that reminds me. What's that? Pandora's box. Was that Gregory's girl? Was it Gregory's? No. Pandora's box. Oh, crikey. Also heard Badnar's election count is in doubt. Oh, good. Oh, is it? Is in doubt. Did she get in? Badnar got in, didn't she? Badnar. John. I can't remember that. Oh, I was following this as well. My memory's like a sieve these days. Oh, she scraped through. Oh, that's why then, isn't it? Because she's only just scraped through, it's now saying, maybe we have a recount. So Badnock scrapes through in northwest Sussex. As a majority is slashed by almost 25,000. Why would anyone vote for her? Unless you're a horrid individual. She's a foul woman. She really is. So the Conservative Kerry Badnock narrowly won a new North West Sussex seat in the general election after seeing a majority slashed from 27,594 to just 2,610. Nobody likes you, Kemi, that's why. The woman who was Business and Trade Secretary and Women and Equalities Minister in Richard Sunak's government polled 19,360 votes, less than half of the 39,714 she got in 2019. Oh well, never mind. So, if that's in doubt, maybe Izzy Waite will get in. Blimey. Maybe, I'll tell you what it is. It's all those postal votes. Got to blame something, don't you? Oh dear. What's happened? Joe, you be a mod if you want to be a mod. I know you were a mod on another channel. Well, no, I know you well enough. Okay, what's happened? Oh, well done, Lee. Well done, man. Oh, cheers, Lee. Yeah, Lee. Hope you're well. Teenage Diary. That's it. It was Pandora's. God. Blast from the past. That it is. British Rail was never a thing. It was an exercise on lateral competition on a natural monopoly. Oh, who's that replying to? I saw someone posted a train ticket within the UK. 700. It's so expensive. It's ridiculous. Look, sure, hops from like well, Stansted to Norwich isn't too bad. That's okay-ish. But when it's the same price for me to get from Stansted to Norwich is for me to get from sometimes actually less to get to Paris from the Limousin, from the Moge. Oh, is it everyone just constantly want treats? But blimey, you dogs, you're needy. Ow, crikey. God. Oh, what's Pandora there? Nope, no Pandora there. The other one. She'll be back in a minute, probably. No. Right, yeah, it's all in the chat. British Rail was poorly managed and was left to go down. Well, that's the problem, you see. You got to have the right people. Like I said, you're only as good as the people you got around you. Seriously. Same with any business, any line of work. That's even if it's just two people in a team. If the other person is shit, it makes you look like shit. You've got to have good people. You've got people they've got to want to do the work. They've got to want to put their hours in. You've got to love it. You've got to love your job. Caroline said something to me when we first met, and they said, if you don't enjoy something, why are you doing it? It can't be just about the money. Now, I love what I do. I'm a woodworker, and that's what I do. I play with my tools in my workshop. I also make videos, and that brings me on to a video that I uploaded where I've got masking tape on my nipples in a woodworking video. It's done over 6 million views. I thought to myself, blimey, that means there's 12,000 times a nipple has been seen. With masking tape on it. Painter's tape. 6 million views that video's done. 6 million views, and it's brought in 11,000 subscribers. Not on this channel. This channel's gone backwards, unfortunately. Don't know what to do about it. I really don't. Oh, cheers, Korean Ivy. Yes, you very kindly. You shared my video. I got that. I did it via Twitter, but I'll respond via the GoFundMe page. Cheers, we appreciate that. It's brilliant. We actually had this day. Caroline's out there clearing grass out around the trees. I made a couple of little videos actually. I've uploaded them and made them live yet though. We're going to know it rewild. Yeah, we're planting trees here in France. Planting lots of trees, doing rewilding, and also making bat boxes and other little animal habitats as well. And it's starting to look really good. And the trees we put in, we had the food we had to replace, but on the whole, most of them look really healthy. It's all that rain we've had. Questionable absurdity there. I bought a water butt a few years ago. Still not got any money from it. Useless. Any money from it? Useless thing. Only ever produces water. What? Yes, absurdity. You got that one right. God, yeah, Trump congratulated Putin when he won his election. Did Trump congratulate Keir Starmer? But don't worry, David Lammy, he said that it's going to be all buddy with, maybe it's going to get, I don't know, wet. Maybe. With Nigel Farage, with Donald Trump, maybe. Do you reckon? No? Did that work? I can't hear it. Is that working? Oh, that one. Try it again. Oh, the volume's down. That one.
One of the wettest we've ever seen from the standpoint of water.
Oh dear, I got my little sliders down here, you see, with my soundboard. And it's, yeah, I messed up. There we go. Stupidity! Okay, enough. Oh, shut up. Or just say. Oh, it was a fascist in the stream. Oh, lovely. Cheers, Joe. Thank you, mate. How does one even become a reformed troll? Well, they all look like trolls, don't they? Look at Nigel Farage. He certainly looks like a troll. Reformed trolls like Reform are funded by St. Petersburg Group. They're Russian trolls, they are. And also trains, a lot of them. Yes, so all these actors in the papers constantly trolling that they are, you know. And some of them a bit AI bots and that as well. Crikey, people, eh? Marx's marvellous dancing moves. Okay. The actual name of the video or something how to go viral, yeah, on YouTube. And then in brackets says failed. But it went viral. Now, how to go viral on YouTube with a table saw? Failed. That's it. Oh dear. I've got some more planned. I have regarding silly videos like that. Can't be too many of that song because it kind of dilutes the channel. But the channel's really bags about woodworking, really, and tips and tricks and stuff like that. The fact that Patel, generic, Ian, F, and Duncan. Oh, crikey. Duncan shit. He brilliant now. Nose pickers. Ian Duncan Smith, whatever his name is. Nose picker Smith. He won his seat, didn't he? Crikey. People vote for these people. Why? Bravman, and now Badnock. Oh, still bloody there. Well, it looks like Badnock might be at risk. It'll be a recount. And it soured the result for you. Well, it would do, wouldn't it? We want the whole lot. To be fair, I wanted Liberal Democrats to be the opposition. That's what I really wanted. But, you know, it wasn't going to happen. That was a bit hopeful, I suppose. You know, it's just... When I saw the exit poll, I thought to myself, okay, it's okay. Apart from the reform, 13 seats said in the exit poll, but luckily I didn't get that. Geordie K says, half Russia's diplomatic air force now consists of Trump's 757. Is that a golden one? It's a golden 757. The fact that any of them are still there is soured it for me, yeah. Oh, I get that, I understand that. It's dumb. To be fair, they are in a pretty shit place. And they're like headless chickens at the moment. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. A little old Richie Sue snack. Oh my god, what's this Mrs. What was that dress she was wearing? That was a weird one. I think like 42,000 it would cost. Rupees. And it's she looked like she won Chitty Bang Bang sitting on that box thing there, winding the handle with the hide from the child snatcher. You know, we take the rosy cheeks and that. That's what she looked like to me. It's ridiculous. I have to admit, Keir Starmer's missus she looked really sweet. She looked like a sweet woman, actually. She was obviously very, very pleased, very proud of her husband. You know, I love him or you hate him. You don't have to, you know, it might not be a cup of tea, Keir Starmer, but you can't. He has done well, hasn't he? Actually, no, he hasn't. The Tories done really well putting all the voters off them. Yeah. Because people were voting against the Tories. They weren't necessarily voting for... Some people were, obviously. Not necessarily voting for the Labour Party. The cabinet looks interesting, I must say. I don't know about the prison minister. Didn't know much about him. Mary Poppins. Yes, she did look like Mary Poppins. It could be Mary Poppins. Get an umbrella and stuff flying off, yeah. To be honest, there's nothing to her as though she's tiny. Got lucky legs. I used to troll flat earthers, but it's becoming repetitive. You go round and round and round and round. Do you ever fall off the edge? So you need to check out Project 2025. It's a detailed plan by America's far right to turn the US into a dictatorship under Trump. Oh my God. Well, it's pretty much what Trump has been saying, isn't it? You know, it's how he's going to change things. So those are those are against me. I'm going to go to jail. Jail! Yeah. Because he's a very bright person. Very clever he is, apparently.
Like you'll go person, woman, man, camera, TV.
So he tells us. And he got extra points. I was only half joking, says Johnny. Most of the planes in Russia that aren't Antonov or Sikorsky are now so delinquent in their maintenance schedules that they aren't allowed in Western. They probably aren't allowed in Western airports anyway at the moment. All these sanctions. Plus, they can't get the parts for a lot of these planes. So even though they're Antonov and Sikorsky, a lot of the parts and components are not made in Russia. There's lots of stuff that's coming from the West into Russia through black imports. Also, proxies as well, like India. And somebody was executed. Yeah, execute him, says Trump. Glad I left while Americans are still allowed to leave, says Steve Biko. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. Well. Do you think we need to strap ourselves in? Especially after that election night. I have to admit, that was quite exciting. I stayed up for as long as I could, then I passed out. I went upstairs to take out and I just fell asleep just like that. I was going to come down again about around 6 o'clock and go live again. But I'd have a couple of hours now and I'll be alright. I was out for the count. I was gone. So I didn't. And then I said, should I make some videos on topic? I thought, quite, there's so much going on at the moment. Basically, YouTube is completely actually swamped with it, and I'll get no headway, so it's been pointless. Still to see it. So anyway, this UK general election, it did throw up some surprises, didn't it? It was like, I don't know, pinata. Like the toddler's birthday party, maybe, a bit like that. So there was winners and there was losers. I think we should break it down a bit, shouldn't we? But there were some shockers, weren't there? There really was some shockers. There were some surprises, really. Well, some people seem to think that it was a surprise that Jeremy Corbyn actually won his constituency. He's now an MP for his an independent MP, Jeremy Corbyn. But, you know, if you don't, you know, if you love him or hate him or whatever, but the thing is about Jeremy Corbyn, he's always a very good constituency MP. He worked. He did his job. I can't imagine Nigel Farage doing this. I really can't. So, yes, we all heard right. Corbyn's back. He was booted out by his own party, Keir Starmer, along with others. And he took on Islington North. He did that solo. And he absolutely trounced it. And he got a majority of 7,000. Now you say, why? Well, he has got a loyal fan base, but I don't think it's that. I think because they've seen him and they might have even spoken to him, they can probably relate to him. And obviously his opposition to the war in Gaza, you know, he was kind of warning us about, wasn't he? I think it all struck a chord, to be honest. Meanwhile, Labour's Praful Nagund, I can't say it. How do you say it? Praful Nagund. I don't know how to say that. I do apologise. Well, as popular as a fart in a spacesuit. Now, thanks to his private health, I remember, right? He got private health industry ties. Well, yeah, he's probably friends with Wes Streeton as well, I reckon. So there you go. I suppose we've got the comeback kid in Islington, Jerry Corbyn. Well, I mean, what's another shock, I suppose? What about Adrian Ramsey, Green Party co-leader in Waveney? It's a bit of a corker, really, I suppose. Now, who would have thought a Green Party leader would nab a rural seat in Waveney? I wouldn't have done, because really, the Tories, really. Now, this place has been bluer than Smurf for, the donkey's years. Now, Ramsey, he worked his socks off, he did. But he nailed the TV debates. You know what he's talking about, And what do you know? He's now an MP. And the Greens didn't just stop there, no. They grabbed Bristol Central from Labour and pretty much shocked everyone by winning North Herefordshire. Eddie Chones, is it? Is it Eddie Chones? Pulled off a blind there as well. And who's the other one? I should forget. Although I almost did. There's Sion Berry. It's keeping the Brighton Pavilion nice and green. She is. So that was a bit of a surprise, and it's nice to see that the Green Party got more MPs in Parliament. Now, that is, considering that Caroline Lucas, who was the only Green MP, well, she's stepping down. She said, "Love. Toxic environment," she said. But another surprise is Richard Tice. Oh, Mr. Tick of the deformed UK party. Its chair and the donor. Blimey. Bailed him out, he did. And there's Nigel Farage winning Clacton, which was a pretty much foregone conclusion. That's a done deal, wasn't it? But Tice is ousting Matt Wareham in Boston's and Skegness. Can't remember who they are now. I suppose it was a bit of a twist, wasn't it? And the exit polls hinted that, but 4 seats is nothing to sniff at. It really isn't. Considering it's a new party. It's quite impressive, really. Is it impressive or just... is it just another case that it just shows how a proportion of the... what was it again? What was it? 14%, was it? 14% of the vote? There you go. Yeah, 14% of the vote wanted to sink the boats, pretty much. What to say about people, eh? That just shocks me, it does. It really does. How... If you make excuses for these people, you're complicit, aren't you? If you're aligning with that party, you're complicit with their views. So, anyway, 4 seats. It isn't anything to be sniffed at, is it? Along with Farage and Tice. They bagged Great Yarmouth. The Great Yarmouth has always been a bit of a dodgy area, but there you go. It's even worse now. And Ashfield was Lee Anton. 30p Lee. He kept his Ashfield. People obviously not waking up, are they? He jumped a ship from the Tories, didn't he? But what about poor Liz Truss? She had the shortest stint as Prime Minister, and now this. Poor old Liz.
That is a disgrace.
I feel sorry for her. She only cost the country about 19 billion at least in bonds. And then obviously got the pension pot. People's pensions devalued. No wonder they hate her. So anyway, South West North, it didn't just turn on her. No. That catastrophic 7-week premiership that tanked the economy and the markets. And Labour snatched that seat by a hair. She wasn't alone, though. Cabinet colleagues like Mrs. Turnip, Therese Coffey, Jacob Rees-Mogg, kept walking penny farthing, and Grant Shapps, if it is his real name. They all found themselves jobless by the morning. Good, I say. Well, blimey. What a roller coaster ride. And you got Jonathan Ashworth, you know. I think this is views because of what's going on regarding he's getting a lot of criticism because he's got quite a lot high Palestinian constituency there. And he's getting a lot of criticism regarding the war, Labour's views on Israel and the war in Gaza. But it's a bit of kick for Labour. So Jonathan Ashworth, he lost. He was a bit of a campaign kingpin as well, wasn't he? You know, he was out there doing his bit for the Labour Party. Obviously wasn't enough, was it? Anyway, he got ousted in Leicester South by Shockat Adam. And he said, "This is for Gaza," said Adam. Pretty much rubbing salt into the wounds. Now, Labour also lost Dewsbury and Batley to another independent. Somebody Mohammed. I'm not going to try and say that because I can't pronounce that. Sorry. My mouth don't bend those ways. No. So. And Blackburn went to Adnan Hussein. It's a bit of a rough night, yeah. It's a bit of a rough night for Jonathan Ashworth of the Labour Party, but no more. Then there was Ian Paisley. Remember Ian Paisley Jr.? Yeah. And in Northern Ireland, the DUP's Ian Paisley Jr. got turfed out by Jim Allister of the TUV. A party that is so pro-unionist, it makes the DUP look like Remainers. With the DUP reading from an unpopular Brexit deal, and the former Fleming leader, what's his name, Jeffrey Donaldson, in deep, deep trouble. Another sex offender. Losing 3 out of, allegedly, 3 out of 8 seats, leaves Sinn Féin sitting pretty as top dog. So there you have it. A night of political carnage, I suppose. There'll be more, that there will. For some unexpected victories. And monumental upsets for some people. Some people, like I said earlier, were saying, well, I can't live here anymore because the Reform Party didn't get in. Limited. Well, I suppose it's politics, isn't it? Absolutely nothing is set in stone. And that's one of the reasons why the EU would be nervous of having any kind of negotiation with the Labour Party that is substantial. Because you never know what's around the corner, do you? You don't know who's going to be next. Who's going to be in next? Keir Starmer might be in for a couple of terms. He might be in for 3 terms. He might be in forever, like they said about Boris Johnson. But no. His oven-ready deal was as
You got an oven-ready deal, put it in the microwave.
Was his oven-ready as bringing out the turkey, the frozen turkey, the day before Christmas. But you see, nothing is set in stone, is it? People's hearts and minds, they change over time, and their views and thoughts change. We are allowed to change our mind. Pretty much why, I suppose, the polls going about saying people want to rejoin. They've changed their mind. It's not looking good. Brexit is shit. It always was shit. It's always going to be shit. Just like
I've been wondering what that special place in hell looks like for those who promoted Brexit without even a sketch of a plan how to carry it safely.
Thank you, Donny. Dusk. Oh, anyway, wait. There we go. Do we get a new speaker? What JBL? Bass speakers are quite nice. That's what I got up there. They're quite good speakers. Yeah. I think we should bring back a certain speaker. Okay, we need to bring back a certain speaker that had on his wife's car a nice little number plate that said "bollocks to Brexit." We need to bring him back. At the very least, we need to give him his peerage that they said he couldn't have. No hijacking, Derek. Welcome, good news. What's happened? Derek McCall, for those interested, latest France election projections are Left Green Alliance. Ooh. That's brilliant news. Left Green Alliance, 177 to 192 seats, and Macron's allies, 152 to 158. And they're all on that. Oh, brilliant. This is really good news. So, the National Rally, Marine Le Pen's party, and got no power in Parliament. Unless they rally around a left-wing party, which ain't going to happen, is it? That's actually turned out quite reasonable. It's going to be hell getting things through, mind. Might not be that bad. Depends what it is, doesn't it? Macron's going to have to align with the Left Green Alliance to some degree, but they are aren't they centre left? Left Green Alliance, I think they are. Are they sort of like left centre? Which it shouldn't be too difficult for Emmanuel Macron to appease them. At the end of the day, he's a bit of a greenie himself, to be fair. Interesting. Just that, though. That's put my mind at rest. Because that was really worrying me, I tell you. I was a bit stressed about that. You know, it's like you start after Brexit and you sort of feel a bit settled again because you got your carts ashore and stuff like that. And you're living your life again. And you hope to rebuild your business after being screwed by Brexit. And it's it kind of things start calming down, and then you have this flipping hell. Oh, your blood pressure goes up. Stressful. Kipper. There you go, Sir Larry the Cat. Kipper. How did Rowan Ap Lapworth do for Plaid? He performed well on television debates. I don't know. It's Plaid Comfrey. Right, so... God, how do you spell that? R-U-H-N. He's a journalist as well. I didn't know that. Oh, it's law. How do you spell that? I think it's spelled like that, isn't it? He assumed office in June 2023. Has it been updated? Not yet. Right, let's have a look.
Smaller in number, are we? But larger in mind.
Johnny! What did you say? The French do know how to do elections. They do. They also know how to have a rebellion. Hang them off Bastille! That's what I say. Off the Bastille. Here you go. The first round is for the warning shot, and the second round is for effect. Well, the first round was last week, wasn't it? And then this is the second round. So it's looking a lot more hopeful. It is. It really. Thanks for joining. Right, so let's just see if I can find out about this quickly. Ah. Right, so Speaking now, ITV, so in Anglesey, pod company leader. Okay, should we play that? Let's play that. There you go.
Yes, it's been a very, very good night for Plaid Cymru. We said at the start of this election that it was challenging because it was. Boundary changes hadn't been kind to us. The polarising election that was meant to be just about red versus blue, but we could tell that where there was an alternative for people to look to, people were,
I'll get the volume up higher, sorry.
were very warm to that. And we saw throughout this campaign in Ynys Môn and in Carmarthen that there was a real attraction to what Plaid Cymru was saying. Conservatives were gone. Labour weren't offering a real vision and needed to be held to account. And we saw the alternative Plaid Cymru vision coming through in the results this evening.
I mean, it's the first time since 2001, was it? Since Plaid held it?
Yes, 2001. I mean, here in Ynys Môn, it was a major and dramatic victory. The incumbent hasn't lost in Ynys Môn since 1951. It's an island that I love very much, but there are real quirks to its politics. This evening, we can't, overestimate how dramatic a result this was. And in Llynos Medi, somebody was so respected on this island. We will have a member of Parliament.
Is he a Brexiter?
Who will, serve Ynys Môn with distinction, and it gives me a huge amount of pride to congratulate her and the team here this evening.
They've got a lot of work to do. I mean, they've got Labour landslide. There are not many Plaid voices in Parliament.
We have more Plaid voices in Parliament as a share of Welsh seats than ever before. We know that Plaid Cymru MPs have an impact at Westminster, and we need now, with this large Labour majority, to make sure that they are held to account for the people of Wales, and people have shown tonight that they're trusting Plaid Cymru more and more to do that.
Do you think you could work with them?
Listen, we are there to represent our communities, to represent Wales. We will always try to get the best deal for Wales from the government of the day. We will be holding them very, very firmly to account to make sure that they cannot push Wales to one side, which sadly UK governments of both colours so often do.
He's a good speaker. A bit quiet. I hope you could hear that okay. So Labour won 27 seats. Doesn't really tell me. How many did he get? Did he keep a seat? Oh dear. It's straightforward, is it? Right. I'll check it out later. So. Bring you over there just a second. Let's bring you back there and over here. Over 2 hours already. Blimey. Took the time fly when you're having fun. Oh, there we go. Okay, I think it's worth playing this one again because it's
We
Nigel
are
Farage talking the truth.
awful, terrible, backward, knuckle-dragging, racist people, and we should be deeply ashamed. We are awful, terrible, backward, knuckle-dragging, racist people, and we should be deeply ashamed.
You should. Well, you should. Back into chat. Right. I can see it next. I zoomed it up a bit bigger. There you go. So, where were we? Don't we come? He's a good speaker. What his ideas are, I ain't got a clue. Nor have I, to be honest. I don't know much about him. So I don't know how well he did. No Tories, no defunct party, all Labour and Plaid. Happy days ahead. Yes. It's just nice to see the Tories squirm, isn't it, And Brexit did this. I'm telling you. If you promote the undeliverable, you're going to undeliver, aren't you? You're not going to deliver. And they haven't delivered. And then obviously got the blooming COVID that as well, and then everything else on top of it all layered like a layer cake. And they failed in every single account. People are annoyed. They're upset. They're upset they couldn't, well, bury family members and what have you. Couldn't visit the dying loved ones. Couldn't do that yet. Matt Hancock thought it was a great idea to put untested COVID patients back into nursing homes. Great idea, yeah. Well done, Matt Hancock. Nicky Burke, hello there. But what? That's a good. Okay, what's going on? He's a good speaker. But it's not like Wales actually has a say in anything outside Wales. Well, no, you could say same thing at Scotland. Anything about obviously England, so-called how to put it, part of this union and all that, like someone mentioned earlier. They've got all the say, haven't they? Apart from devolved powers. But even that they sometimes undermine, like they did with trans rights in Scotland, am I? Yeah. Gulai 76, hello there. But Nasty Nigel was out in force in the poorest areas, yes. He knows how to campaign. That's the problem about it, isn't it? He's not a politician, though. He's not a politician. He doesn't have any policies. Whenever he's asked about policies, hang on, this doesn't look right, and someone criticises and sort of brings him up, I says, no, I don't know about that. Or I haven't seen that. It's the same old, same old. It's he's just a protester. He's a campaigner. He's not a politician. He's now got to do the heavy lifting, hasn't he? But he ain't going to do it. And the people he's supposed to be representing and collecting, and where is Nigel Farage? Oh, there he is on the TV. Talking to Donald Trump, probably. I don't know. He's a grifter. That's what Nigel Farage is. He's a grifter. He plays on people's biggest concerns. On a certain subgroup of people. Hey, love and peas. Oh, Nicky Berg. No, you're welcome. Much love from Wales. It's all those English immigrants giving you Brexit. But look at Anglesey, for instance. I know that local authorities have said, no, don't vote Brexit. But the people didn't they? Because they were promised stuff. Which was never going to come through. Was it? It was just Brexit all over. There are no benefits of Brexit, although I found one. Brexit's taken out the Tory party. That's a benefit of Brexit. It was just another nail in the coffin for them. Just think of the national debt, alright? It was 700 billion when they took over from Labour, and Labour apparently was a lie anyway. Leftist notes, or like they try and tell us that there's no money, there's no coffers, no money in the coffers. 700 billion. What is it now? 2.7 trillion. Under the Tories, they did that. Bad management. We've had the property market has been propped up with low interest rates. We've got a banking system, which I forgot what it's called now. Oh, blimey. Oh. We've got a banking system that's based on borrowing, basically. There's a name for it, I can't remember what it is. So we don't have no gold reserves. Actually, what's that, Gordon Brown? In the pension pot. Crikey. Andrew Evans says, joy, unfortunately, centuries of shite from them next door. The English. Oppression has taken its toll. It has. People have got to be fair. You can understand why people were easily taken in by people like him. I get it. I understand that. I don't blame him for that. I just wish it didn't come along with all the far right rhetoric and let them drown type you know, because that shows people in a really bad light. Not just amongst us, but amongst other people looking in. You know, EU member states, for instance, the way they were talked about by these people. They were so easily duped. They just went along with it and used the same rhetoric. And now we've got this women party, which is a limited company, that's going around and pretty much telling everybody it's okay to drown people. Really? What the hell? Yeah, Owen Jones interviewed this guy. Oh, crikey, I need to find it. Let's find it. I did play it last time, but I have to admit, it's shocking. But it's not. It's also believable. Yeah, he ain't alone. There's so many people like this. Crikey. What am I doing that for on that one? Owen Jones. And to be honest. I'm not a fan of Owen Jones. He's a bit hardline. He's a bit sort of hard lefty. But can I find it? Can I find it? Where's the clip? No, I can't find it. Let's put it way down because he's really busy on it. Let's just Jones reform. Shoot the boats. Shoot. I can't find it. Damn it. La 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 la. Good night. Just saying that. Take care, my friend. Oh, Craig, what's happened? What's happened? Just saying, you okay, but mate? Oh, my mother is in hospital. Oh, crikey! Suffering from play heart attack. What's play heart attack? She's in a stable condition, and I'll be able to visit her tomorrow. Well, take care, my friend. I hope everything goes alright. Yeah, it goes well for you, mate. And hope she recovers soon. God, that's frightening, isn't it? Now, I had a few scares. I thought it was my heart, and it wasn't. It was fibromyalgia. It was a couple of years ago now, actually. My friend Andy came over and babysat the dogs. Well, it was Cowdines in England at the time. While I went to the hospital, they did all the usual tests and nothing came up. I was all clear, no heart disease, nothing like that. And it's I was all plugged into machines and stuff. I was getting chest pains and pains down my arms and down the bottoms of the chest, but that's fibromyalgia. It's a common ailment. Oh, presents in your shoes. QA library. Really? What the hell's been going on here? Larry the Cat, congratulations on your much-deserved victory. Now the important business of my meal times. I like breakfast at 10, lunch at 11, and dinner at 3, and 5, and 7, and plenty of snacks in between. There you go. Sorted. Sir Larry the Cat is in the chat. Who's the cat? He's a bit disorientated. Who are you? The thing I understand people in the Scottish people, what have you, are obviously a bit disappointed because I'm very disappointed regarding what's happened with SNP and what have you. But I'm just hoping we're gonna get some sensible politics now. Just some sensible politics. I'm just hoping. I've got my doubts. I'm just hoping that we're gonna hear, instead of rhetoric, we're gonna hear actual policy. That's what I'm hoping. That's something that Phil Morehouse said to me. He says we need the grown-ups back in the room. I can't argue with that. We do. What we had over the last few years, ever since Brexit, what we really had, we just had bitching in Parliament, just bitching. Nothing was getting done. Nothing that benefited ordinary people. Nothing. Just bitching. And obviously stealing. Lobbying. Cronyism. That's all we were getting over the last 3 years. I'm just hoping things are going to change for the better. Because the amount of money that's been wasted. Keir Starmer's done the right thing. He said, nope, we're not doing Rwanda. It stops now. Well, it's already stopped, actually. But, it stops now. But good. He's made that statement because it's pointless. See, it's all very well said it's a deterrent. It's not a deterrent when Rwanda is full. When they say, no, we don't want any more. We've got enough. It's not infinite, I can't remember what the numbers are at the moment. Something like 200,000 or some, backlog or what, yeah. And they're still coming. It's going to get worse. It's not going to get better, Immigration it's going to increase. No one talks about climate migration. Occasionally, climate migration. Somebody mentioned in the chat. That was Ginger's. Ginger was saying that she moved north because it was cooler. She doesn't like the heat. And now it's hot up there as well. The same thing's happening everywhere. Everywhere, to be fair. Germany, for instance, is warmer than it used to be. Everywhere's getting hotter. But not just hotter, it's getting more volatile. I live in a bit of a microclimate here where we are in Livingston. We've got, mountain ranges either side, and we sit in a dip in the middle, basically. And it is a microclimate, so we get extremes of weather. And the other night, 2 nights ago, Cal was deaf, she didn't hear it, but I was an almighty crack of lightning. Flipping out, I just jumped out of my skin, I did. Straight out of bed I was. What the hell was that? And it was lightning. The thunder was going on, and the rain, like that video. I mean, like somebody just tipped out a bath on top of their heads. It was just crazy. Didn't last very long, but it was a moment. So I got up and I checked everything was okay and what have you, and because the rain was coming down so ferociously, and you kind of worried about the odd leak or something, water getting in the house or something stupid. So I just checked everyone was fine. But I could not go back to bed until it calmed down, because it's just like, it was making me a bit nervous. The next morning, I go in the workshop and all my electric's all tripped out. Flippin' killed my internet in the workshop. Bastards. Busted lightning. I've even got a lightning protector as well. I've got a thing that basically sends the current to Earth, but it was just too much. It was too close. I couldn't cope with it. Maybe I need another one. But yeah, it's that was a night. So climate migration, yes, we're going to see more extremes of weather. If people can't grow food and they've got no water, what are they going to do? They're going to be nomadic. They're going to find water and food. They're going to go north. They're going to move to lands in big, what do they call it when they have loads of people that are, what do they call that? Name for it, isn't it? When there are loads of people within like a big row of people. Oh, anyway, not a coup. That's in the UK, that one. Yeah, people are going to move north. They're going to move north because they've got no choice. They will. I was watching a little video, the news the other day. Yesterday, actually, this poor little kid. Skin and bone. Mother just trying to give it sustenance, what have you. It's in hospital. And they just don't have food or the water. They haven't got what they need. It's malnourished, poor little player. Horrible. Of course these people are going to move north. Of course they're going to go where they have to go to survive. Can't blame them. If she was on the other foot, we'd be doing the same. At least with humanity, I know it's not everybody, but, when you see 14% of the vote share going to the Reform Party, the level of hatred is just horrendous. And what that means is, I suppose, is that you got Labour is going to have to follow suit. They're going to have to follow suit. They're going to have to bring in policies and what have you to try and win some of that vote back from the Reform Party. Which is a bit concerning. Luckily, you got rid of the Rwanda. Stop that one. How much money's been wasted there? $500 million? Are we going to get that money back? No. No. I was going to say to the Rwandan government, give me my money back, please. No, sorry. It's our money now. It's nuts. Absolute nuts. Oh, Alistair, don't like my mate. Be good. Chat, you all stay safe, stay well, enjoy the rest of the stream. I've got an early. I'll take it out. It's getting late anyway, mate. But yeah, thank you very much. Really appreciate the super chats. You're so generous, mate. Really do appreciate it. And the doggies do too. Look at him. Oh, over the cane. Well, we took them all for a walk today. Went down the wildfare, a nice long walk, and they come back absolutely knackered. They were. They've been sleeping all afternoon. And then we went and made some videos in the where we're doing the rewilding or whatever here. And Sebastian, he came out and joined it. He fell asleep with the grass. Yeah. And there was Pandora laying in the long grass. All you see is a little head poking out of the grass. That's funny. They are cute. I do love the dogs. Take it, Alistair. Much appreciated, mate. And don't recall, I might sign off myself then, because I'll be going, 2 hours, 40 minutes. I don't think it's a bad innings, is it really? I wanted to do 7 hours the other night, but I couldn't make it. I'm so tired. Good night, Derek. And good night, Alistair. And I stood up over the wall. Bonsoir, bonsoir. Good night, everyone. Have a good week. You too, Andrew. Take care, my friend. No, thank you, Andrew. Bye all. Bye, 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 bye. Wish I was relaxed as your doggy looks. You are a dude, aren't you? Eh? Huh? I'd say they are sport rotten. They really are sport rotten. They wrap us around their little paws, they do. Aren't you? Mm-hmm. Oh, good night. Oh, Reg. Hello, Reg. Good night, my friend. Well, I think I'm going to call it a night as well, because I'm pretty tired, to be honest. And it's a positive thing. I'll be uploading some videos soon. I've made some videos, but I will be uploading some videos on the topic soon. But I just want to let lie a bit, because it's something I don't want to just jump the gun. Just what you should do. What can I leave you with? Ooh, I wonder. I'm making some more videos at the moment. I'll tell you what I will be doing. I don't know if you remember, I used to do a lot of little short videos, which are just literally video clips that I've cut about. I've done like mashups. I'm going to do some more of those. Because I use them in the live streams as well, you see. So, yeah, a bit of fun, aren't they? So, what can I leave you with? Ooh, can't rub my chin, I've got a beard. Which is a bit of a nuisance because my dust mask don't fit. Oh, I ain't done that for a while.
On all the bread or not? Yeah. Yeah? Okay, then we
Thanks
take them all.
I'm
sorry. Yeah.
Spanners
Okay,
in the
can I
jet.
take off the meat and leave me the bread?
No, everything will be confiscated.
Love you all.
Welcome to the Brexit, sir. I'm sorry.
Oh my.
Ooh, what next? Ooh, let me wonder.
We need to fund the furthest behind first. And for too long, the political debate has been dominated by the argument about how we distribute a limited economic pie. Instead, we need to grow the pie so that everyone gets a bigger slice.
And tomorrow I'm picking up my daughter, my eldest daughter. She's staying for a week, and she, with a little another grandson. And also, in a few weeks' time, I've got my other daughter coming, my youngest daughter, Yasmin, with her little children, and that's my little Grace. And she's going to be staying with me, she is.
Baby, my brother, this is my
Bushi.
brother. Say hi to my brother, this is my
little
brother.
Grace says she's 3
That's
years ahead
Kelly.
now at school. Oh, God.
I told you that would happen. Did you say that? I've now got sick everywhere. I don't think so. I'm a sock.
Oh dear. These things happen, don't they? Children, eh? Oh, I don't know. Oh. Talk about children. What about the Andersons?
a few months' time, young men and young women from all over the country were going off to university, a place of learning. They're going to have a good time, they're going to work hard and hopefully get better careers. But in the meantime, in our universities, there are a certain group of people who are trying to influence and indoctrinate our young people. And this happened with my son about 10 years ago. He went to uni, he went to Sheffield. And I didn't see him for months. He came back, you know, many, many months later, and he came back different. He got long hair, he got a beard, his clothes were different, a different attitude.
Hashtag PMC, police media corruption.
Different outlook on life, and I thought, my goodness, Harry, what's happened to you? He says, Dad.
My clothes accidentally fell off.
He put his arm on my hand. He says, Dad.
I slipped on a glacé cherry.
I've been away for a few months now, and I've come back.
And landed inside one of the men.
And I'm not the Harry that went away all those months ago. I'm different now. I'm a different person. I've found out. Top brand of baked beans. Price had gone through the roof. And he held my hand, looked into my eyes and says, Dad, I've got to tell you something about myself. He says, I am. And I thought, Harry, just get on with it. Here comes a train. You know, you're my son. I love you. Whatever you are.
There's someone I have to get in touch with and forgive. Sorry, I've farted.
Shocking. Absolute shocking. Let that be a warning to you.
And I've been, well, I've got some reform voters here for you. There you go.
This message is for Rodney, okay? Listen up, all right? You blocked us both on Facebook, and you blocked us on Instagram and TikTok, okay? Now listen, I want all of our friends and family to share this, because he thought that's the last he saw of us. Guess again, okay? You gonna break her heart? I'm gonna break your jaw, Rodney, okay? I ain't messing around. I'm looking for you. You was at the casino all night with Tracy. I know you did. He was. And I get my an alert on my phone that says, all your SSI check is gone. He took it and he spent it. Crystal, all night. Okay? And tell him what he did. I said, hey, Rodney, you need to get the heck on out of here. She called it quits, broke up with him. And then he kicks my freaking curio cabinet. Okay? Here's the deal. She loves her little figurines. Okay? Show him the one that he broke. Show him what. Let me have it. This is her favorite little figurine. Look at the little eyes. Look at the little eyes. Rodney was leaving. Broke off
reform
his tail.
voters are everywhere.
The tail curled up.
Even in the United States.
He fucking broke it.
There's the tail.
Look at the little tail. He broke that.
Glued back. It cannot be glued back.
He didn't just leave with respect when she ended the relationship. He had to kick over her churro cabinet and broke 3 of her figurines. My grandma gave this to her a week before she died. Okay? This is your favorite figurine.
My Precious Moments one with the little girl that was praying and had her head down.
And he thinks he can block us, and then he ain't got to deal with us. Well, guess what, Rodney? I went to your mom's house because I knew that's where you'd be, and you weren't. She said she hadn't seen you. Number 1, I think she was fucking lying. Number 2, I'll whip her ass too.
And please, everybody, share this on a Facebook.
I wanted to see it.
Everywhere. Anywhere you can share it on a GoFundMe.
My blood's boiling. My blood's boiling. You know what? I got something for you, Rodney. Here, Crystal, hold that.
Not the figurine.
I got something for you. Hold that up for me. Okay? I got something for you.
Damage,
I got 2 things for you. Okay? Right here. Tanya Tucker and Conway Tweedy. Okay?
Am I dreaming?
Where am I? Well, it's time for me to go, so I'm going to say toodaloo, you know. Yeah. Toodaloo. Thanks for joining us. Much appreciated. Love you all. Have a fantastic week. And look forward to the next Labour policies instead of Tory rhetoric. Yeah. I hope so. Just hope things are going to get better. They can only get better. Something like that. Toodaloo.